And we are back with season three. Woo, 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 woo. 90s Noise, welcome back. Happy New Year,
Happy
season
New
three.
Year 2024.
I was about to say 23. I'm pretty damn glad you took that one from me, Ashley. And we are back. You are listening to another episode of 90s Noise, and I am April, DJing since 1991.
Ooh, and I am Ashley, DJing since 1988.
And if you couldn't tell, this is our 1994 music episode.
Da, 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 da. I really don't know what song I'm singing.
Me neither. We're just going with it. We are jumping into the music from 1994. And this is music that came out in 1994. April, don't pull the 93 songs.
I mean, I hope that none of my songs are from 93, but I did look at like the top songs, like the billboards, like all those that were really banging in 94. So I feel like most of mine are legit 94.
Before we get into 94s, I do just want to have to say that since you were looking at that Billboard top Hot 100, did you notice one of the songs on there? It wasn't a 94. It was with our 93s.
Which one?
My favorite song.
Oh, the
All for
one
Love.
from Three Musketeers. Okay.
All for Love. Yes.
I did.
Yes.
I did see a lot of our 93 songs popping up on the list.
Yeah. I would like to also point out that Bryan Adams has like a couple of songs. He's still sticking strong with being on the top 100s. Yeah, he's I mean, it's not a music episode without Bryan Adams, honestly. Not for the 90s. Just saying. Even if it's a song from the previous year, it still stays strong. So
that is proof of a good song. I mean, when it rolls over into next year. So okay, well, I'll give you that one, April, but the next one better be from 94.
Oh, my next one is, you ready for this? And I didn't realize that this one was a 94, which it was. I double checked, triple checked, and I am quadruple checking right now. This song was released on April 22nd, 1994. That is the day before I had my heart surgery. That is very interesting.
Oh.
And it is from the group called All for One. Not All for Love, like the song that we were just talking about, but All for One. And it is a song called I Swear. Did you ever hear that?
Oh, that's on my list. I swear.
By the moon and stars in the sky. Okay, that's all you get from me on that. I love that song to this day.
Forgot about that song. I get such a good slow dance romantic song.
Couple skate.
Couple
Hello.
skate. Yes. Oh.
I mean, that song was still playing at dances when I was in high school.
I can believe it. I mean, honestly, I feel like I've heard that more growing up through my middle school, high school years than I would have heard it in 94. Like I wouldn't have really remembered it in 94 to keep it going. But yeah, that's a good song. Like I wonder, have they done anything else big since then?
Oh gosh. Okay. Now you got me going down the rabbit hole here. All for One. I mean, they continue to tour the world and record new music as the original members and a collection of timeless hits songs under their belt. That is, when you like Google something and it's like gives you suggestions and everything. That's with the what happened to All for One.
Okay. So
shit, if they go on tour and they come around here, I fucking want to see them.
That'd be kind of cool.
Why do I feel like they did like did they do Epcot Eat to the Beat? Oh shit.
That's possible. I feel like something like that would have been a good venue for them to
Yeah.
Could be it. All right.
Pause for dramatic effect.
So don't be mad. My first song, which is the number one song of the Billboards of 94 by Ace of Base. It is like a late 93 song, but we are going to give it to it because it didn't have its chance to really shine in 93, you know? So it's a 94 song for me. But The Sign by Ace of Base is one of the songs that like I really, really, really can remember growing up with. And I don't know if you ever had this experience, but there was this whole thing with the song, and like you can even Google it because I had to Google it because I didn't know if it was just something that happened with the kids at my school. But the song is amazing, okay? But kids were creating new lyrics for this song that were not appropriate, and they would go around and they would sing it to themselves, to their friends, to other people. And I Googled it, and this is the thing, like this happened around the United States, maybe even the world, I don't know. There were other versions of this song that kids were creating these lyrics. And I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Like, this is not just something that happened to me. That is fucking hilarious. That is amazing. Tell me, have you ever heard this? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Not for this song specifically. I'm trying to even like listen to the song in my
Um,
head and I can't like pull it from Adam, but that kind of reminds me of going way off topic, and that's what happens when we record late. But did you ever hear the lyrics for the chicken dance?
da, 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 that one.
Yeah, I don't want to be a chicken. I want to be a duck. So kiss my ass, dude.
And I don't think that was ever something I questioned. I'm just like da 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 do 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 do.
Like that's the same kind of thing. Like people like there's not actual lyrics to the song, but it was made up and it
Oh, so
like
they just
took off and
made.
everything. Yeah, it's I don't want to be a chicken. I want to be a duck. So kiss my ass.
I get
I
that.
so
Like I do get that, but like with the
yeah.
sign, I don't get. I am curious as to
Okay, so
who.
what was the original lyric and
Okay,
what
so
did
it's
it get
like
changed
I
up to?
saw the sign, blah 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 blah
Oh,
blah blah
I
blah blah.
saw the sun. Okay, okay,
It opened
okay.
up my eyes. So I don't. So it's like
That had a
something
resurgence.
inappropriate with like, I saw your mom. She opened up her legs and it went on like that with like it was
That
hairy, it
sounds.
was scary. Like I'm telling you, girl, like this is
Are
what I
we
had to listen to with some boys, young.
Are we sure that this wasn't a Weird Al song that the parody with a Weird Al song?
I
Because it sounds like it would have been.
it could have fit well with him, but I don't think so because there were other like slight variations to the lyrics when
Mhm.
I Googled it. And I'm just like, this is so inappropriate for little boys to be singing and going around.
Yeah.
I saw your mom. She opened up her legs. And I'm just like, this is not like, why am I'm like in middle school? Why are we?
Wow. The young minds.
Yeah,
Well, no, so this song actually had a resurgence
it did.
a few years ago with
Hmm.
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
And that's why I was like, I need to hear this. Like I can't just from the name.
Hmm.
It's just that's just saying give me jack
Yeah, yeah,
shit,
no.
but no, yeah, the it's because like immediately Pitch Perfect's what comes to my mind with that.
They have a lot of
um
good like songs that actually are from
yeah.
90s and stuff that have had a resurgence thanks to them.
Oh yeah, definitely. That
It's
was
a good movie.
definitely. Oh, I love that movie.
I haven't seen, to be honest, I haven't seen the third one, but the first one was really good.
Third one's
Yeah, that's why I'm like, I don't really care.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so we already talked about the fact that All for Love is still in that.
What else you got? What else is 94?
So that's the issue. Like so many of these
Thinking.
were like late 93.
Oh, let me see what this other one that I've got. I really want to know if
There's
you,
one
I know you
that
know this one. This has got to be on your list. I don't think maybe it's not on this top 100. I don't know. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, it is a 94 song. Let me
okay.
see that Tootsie Roll.
Dude, yes, and
I mean, come
it
on.
is
That
Yes,
is a
yes.
classic
It
94
was number
skate
65.
jam. That song, you want to
Yes.
skate your ass to.
Oh, hell yeah. Like that was absolutely, definitely
Ah,
100%.
that's one of those one-hit wonders. That song was so fun.
That was. What was there's another one that I saw when I was going through this and I was like, oh shit. Oh, because Tootsie Roll was one of those, but then there was another one. I was like, wait a second, what?
I feel like there was a
Oh,
lot of
no.
like,
Okay, I know which one I was talking about. We'll be discussing this in depth in a later episode for 1994 because this is the 30th anniversary for this one. But this one, when did it come out? May 2nd, 1994. We were graced with the amazing song of Can You Feel the Love Tonight
yeah, I was just about
by
to say
Elton John.
there were a lot of slow romantic songs in 94. Like most of the songs on my list are like slow songs.
This
That's
song
crazy.
is right up there with All for Love. Can You Feel the Love Tonight? One of the biggest ballads to come from the incredible 1994 anime movie by Disney, one of my top favorites of theirs, The Lion King.
I knew that
Pause
was
for
going to be on
dramatic
your list.
effect.
I knew it was going to be on your list. I knew it. I'm like, oh, can you feel it? Oh, yeah, April got that. Okay.
Absolutely.
The whole
This
soundtrack
song,
honestly has its own episode. The whole soundtrack.
oh,
But
oh, I've literally, we had just bought a record player a couple months ago.
Mhm.
Literally, that was the record that I bought with it,
Yeah, that would be a cool
was the
record.
Lion King soundtrack. Absolutely. Yes, we will have an episode for the Lion King soundtrack and we will have an episode for the Lion King by themselves. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's a lot of
As as
stuff.
I had my little Simba right here. So,
Oh, cute.
all right. So what else you got?
Okay, so gone from one slow song to another, we have Seal, Kiss from a Rose. That song
Was that
is,
94?
you know what? I'm not doing this with you. I honestly, I probably it could be not, but it was on the top. It was a 94 single. Oh shit, I kicked on the whatever that word is. Click, 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 click. I can't click on anything. Yes, it came out in July of 94. Thank you.
Perfect. Perfect.
But that wasn't that in a movie though, because like I feel like I remember that like epic just kiss from a rose down. I just like it was like in a I feel like it was
This
a movie
fire
song.
rose
I don't
sound.
know.
What's
It might not have been.
um
Besides Batman, but I didn't watch that.
yeah, it was Batman Forever.
Okay. Well, maybe it was just one of those songs that playing MTV and having that on, it just was
Oh,
on a lot.
never. It says the song was first released as single and included in the film Neverending Story 3.
What's that? Neverending Story 3.
What?
What is Neverending Story 3?
Okay. Seriously, are you joking?
What? Where do you see that at?
Google first off. Kiss by a Rose.
Oh,
Kiss by a
Neverending
Rose song.
Story 3. Oh, I see. No, I never saw like any of the Neverending Stories. I didn't even know there was a third one, to be honest.
Breathe, 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 breathe. How? Okay, we're gonna pause for 2 seconds on this. How the hell did you never see?
There's nobody even good in Neverending Story. There's not like anybody big. What
You were born in the freaking 80s. How'd you never see Neverending Story?
Because I don't like those kind of movies of fantasy things. I
Oh
don't.
my gosh. How are we friends if you do not like fantasies?
I mean, I like some fantasy, obviously, like Twilight, but I mean, as a
Wait,
kid, I didn't.
vampires? That's a
As a
fantasy?
kid, though, I did not. That's not something that my family really watched. So
Where was your imagination then? Like what fed your imagination if
that's
not
a good
fantasies?
question. That's a good question. I don't know if I
Like
had an imagination.
like fantasies fed my imagination. Like that's why I freaking loved them and still do for the most part. But like that helped like take like yeah, I loved Mary Kate and Ashley stuff. It was almost like having big sisters watching that
Mm.
and everything. But like fantasies were able to take me into a completely different world. Okay, moving on.
Bye bye.
Before I go into a all out tangent on this, because I am just shocked.
I don't know.
Oh man. So, okay, there's another one on here that I saw. I was like, oh, and I checked and it was a 94. Where the hell did it go?
Where'd it go?
Okay, so I just gotta say, what first off, this was a 94. I don't think I ever actually listened to this song, but I just love the name of it,
Okay.
especially for 94. Now, the artist was Snoop Dogg, and it was Snoop Dogg at the time. It wasn't Snoop Doggy Dogg. But it was a song Gin and Juice.
Oh yeah. I don't think you were listening to that in 94
I
either.
don't think I was either, but I just love the name of it. So I thought that was a good
Yeah,
honorable
I think like
mention.
94 he was really just starting to come out with stuff. Like that was kind of his
Yeah.
intro was because then I think he started coming out with like the classic like
Mhm.
what's that one that's like Snoop D-O double G like that song that he has that's
Um,
like okay, I'm just
I
butchering
don't
it
know.
now. But
But okay, so I found the song that I was looking for. It kind of amazes me that this song was came out in 1994 because I didn't realize it was that old. Um,
30 years. Yikes.
yeah. Uh, Cheryl Crow, All I Want to Do.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I had seen
All I
that. I didn't
want
put it on my
to
list, but just because
do.
like I feel like there are other songs of hers that I listen to more, but that one definitely I remember,
I mean, that still
but
is
I
played on the freaking radio like crazy.
but I just I would skip it. I'm gonna be honest.
Really?
It's
Yeah.
I don't know.
All I want to do is have some fun.
She's saying that she wants to have some fun, but is she having fun? Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay,
What you
so
got?
what about Return to Innocence by Enigma? That song, if you don't know that song, you literally like cannot call yourself a 90s baby. I don't want to
Sing
hear
it
it.
to me.
It's a girl. It's not a sing song. Like that's
Two
the song
seconds.
that you like hear the instrumental and you're like, yeah,
I've got okay, so that's the problem is because like sometimes some of these I just don't know their names. So give me
right.
1 second
Until you
here.
hear, yeah.
I think I have heard this. It's just not it's not something that like I listen to a lot.
Like I could say I listened to it a lot, but I just feel like it was, I don't know where I would have heard it, but I just feel like it was one of those that, so it's not even really like a radio song, but it was
Yeah.
played and I heard it and it just, there's something about the instrumentals to it and just that, oh, that's just the whole like vocal
Hmm.
thing. I don't know. It's just so nice. It's so soothing. It's like it's almost like white noise. You could just go to sleep to it. You're like, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I get it. It's one of those that's just very the instrumental is on point for that one, and the video is freaking
The
awesome. I
video
did
was
like
so
that.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
The unicorn.
Okay. Yes. Okay. So next one for me, I just had to listen to it real quick to make sure this was what I was thinking. I'm a sucker for early 90s ballads. Like we already
Mm-hmm.
all know that.
Mm-hmm.
Uh
We know.
yes, definitely. So next one for me. I don't know if you know this. So January 17th, 1994, Richard Marx, Now and Forever.
Sounds familiar. I do know some Richard songs, but I can't.
This is it's a very acousticy. It's just Fuck, I'm actually probably gonna get this on one of my playlists now because I've completely forgot about this song, honestly. But it's a very it almost seems more of a I don't even know exactly how to explain it, like a song that's more of a true like song, like love song. I mean, it's like now and forever I'll be your man.
Hmm.
Very much this is very much a more of a okay, not like love when I say love song, I mean like a wedding song.
Oh,
It's a very, very wedding song. And I think this is probably where I heard it the first time was probably at a wedding. Mid 90s, a lot of my older cousins were getting married and everything. So always was tagged along. I was on my dad's side, I was the youngest of the first cousins. Yeah, I think that's probably actually, yeah, I think that was probably like a first dance for one or two of them. And it's a very appropriate first
hmm.
dance.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah. I just don't think it was one that I ever listened to.
yeah.
I don't think it was in my rotation. But okay. Have you heard, do you know the song Baby, I Love Your Way? Ooh,
mm,
baby, I love your
your
way.
way
Da, da,
every
da.
day.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
That is
yes,
a
yes.
really good song. I forgot. I honestly didn't know that was like an early 90s song. Like I couldn't even say when I would place it, but that surprised me seeing that that was in the 94 list because
Uh-huh.
I feel like I forgot about that song. Like I honestly like as soon as I was like, wait, that song sounds familiar and I played it, I'm like, holy crap. Like it just brings back like, whoa, like this is the 90s. Like this is such
Hmm.
a good song that I recall just like listening to on the radio, like going running errands or wherever we would go, and that song
Yeah.
would come on. It was just one of those cool songs to just like jam out to.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like I was
Every
saying, like there's just
day.
so many like slow songs that came. It's like I almost feel like the 90s for year was transitioning because 90 it's just so much slow balladness type romance, love, wedding songs like
Yeah, it was
you
a
know,
very weddingy song
like
year.
I'm not really from my list, I'm not really pulling very many like rock or indie or punk like besides
Yeah.
Tootsie Roll, like that's like out there, but the rest of them on my list are pretty much like very similar vibes. That's really
Yeah.
crazy.
So my next one, it did come out in 1993, but it was still in the top 100 for 94, and we didn't talk about it in 93
Hmm.
to the best of my knowledge. Um, I would do anything for love, but I
Oh,
won't do that.
that what who sang that? Who was that? That was
Meatloaf?
Meatloaf. Yeah. 'Cause
Yeah.
didn't who was it that we talked to? One of the directors. He didn't he say that that was a song that he got asked by Meatloaf to do, but he didn't like the concept or something. Like
Yeah.
I forgot.
Uh, we'll have
Do
to go back and
anything
re
for love.
check on that. That was a good. I still like that one,
Do
honestly.
you? Do you feel like you still hear that in the rotation on the radio at all or not so much?
Not so much, but I also don't listen to the radio very
Well, yeah,
much
that's true.
anymore.
You know what? Okay, so I have been listening to the radio, like taking my boyfriend to work. Like we will listen to the radio and coming home sometimes we will. And there's like a what do they call like a classic radio station or whatever. Like it's all like the classic songs. And
Uh-huh.
girl, they have the 90s in that mix now. Like the 90s are now like classic music, so where like they're all old school now. And I'm like, how are the 90s? Like the 90s should not be in the oldies mix. Like this is not
No,
okay.
no, not okay.
Oh.
Not okay at all.
Mm-mm. No.
Well, somebody was posting, had posted a screenshot, and I was like, I'm not okay. Blink 182 is considered oldies.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They're playing so much like Green Day and Nirvana and like just
That's
all these
not
things.
oldies.
It's not.
That's
it's
not.
depressing me when I listen to it. I'm like,
That's not. Wait a second. Oh boy.
what? We're old.
So, like, just thinking about when growing up in the late 90s, early 2000s, what was considered oldies was about 30 years old, 25 to 30
Oh
years
yeah.
old.
Oh yeah. And I wouldn't
Uh,
listen to it. I'd be like, that's just too old for me. Yikes. All right. I guess okay. So my next one, which have you I couldn't even tell you like how it goes, but I listened to it and I'm like, oh yeah, 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 I remember that. But Shine by Collective Soul. Do you know that song just by like the name at all?
Not by the name. Give me two shakes and
Okay.
a shimmy.
Yeah. Listen
Said
to it.
Shine by Collective Soul.
Yeah. I feel like you're gonna know that song. Like that one's a little bit more alternative, I would say. Like it's a little bit more not on the slow ballad song. It's like a different vibe, but I feel like it was still one that was definitely in the radio rotation a lot when it came out because it was still like an easy radio vibe to listen to with like parents and kids and stuff. Oh, let the light shine down.
In what world, give me a sound. Show me what, look, tell me what will I find? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely. Yeah. This is definitely one that I remember.
Hmm.
I did like that one. Still like it.
It's good still. Yeah, listening back to, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's very 90s, but it still sounds still like something that you could listen to today and not make it feel old, even though I know
Yeah.
people would say it
Definitely.
is, but it does still sound really good.
Yeah. My next one
Oh, they're going to be
is,
touring.
huh?
I said, oh, they're still touring.
Are they?
Yeah.
I know these guys are still touring. They were just at, they actually did do Epcot's Eat to the Beat,
Uh-oh.
Boys to Men.
I
I'll
knew
make
she was
love to you.
pulling that one out.
Oh, hell yeah.
I
It's
knew. I
Boys
saw it
to
on the
Men.
list. I'm like, of course, they're still on the top list of the
Of course. Like, of course. This
What song is
is
it? Let me see if I heard it.
I'll make love to you.
Okay.
I'll make love to you like you want me to.
Sounds familiar. Oh,
It's a
maybe.
very,
It's like a romance song, right?
oh yeah. Oh yeah. It is. I mean, all of theirs, but like they're, I will, I'll always say this. Their,
Yeah, I think I remember hearing that.
how their vocals meshed was just fucking incredible. There really hasn't been another group like them.
Thinking about it, probably not. And you know what's funny is that like my mom gave me a bunch of these cassette tapes that are like random things on it. Some of them are like recordings with like my sister and stuff doing some like weird recordings, but then there are some that just have like, obviously we use cassettes to like record stuff off the radio or whatever, and
Yeah.
we're able to like get songs. And I happened to like play one and Motown Philly was on one of the tapes. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh shit, no way. Like, okay, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
That was
Oh yeah.
so funny.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Boys to Men is always just a classic.
Yeah. I mean, and now like doing these episodes and you talking about the songs, like they really were very heavily dominating of the 90s. Like they were
oh yeah,
every year coming out with something that people were listening to, and they were actually very successful, very good, and they're still banging shit out.
absolutely.
That's crazy. Crazy. Okay,
Definitely.
so my next song is Sweet Dreams by La Bouche. I think that's how you say it, La Bouche. I could be wrong. This is more of like this is definitely more of like a skate type song.
Sweet
Um,
dreams are made of these.
no,
No,
not that one.
no. Okay.
It's a
Which
different
one?
Sweet Dreams. Hold on, I'll play it for you in a second.
Yeah, I remember that now.
Yeah, that one. I feel like that one was like a good skate song. Like that was.
Yeah,
It's kind of it's getting more into the like dance scene, of all those songs that were starting to become more of like that dance EDM vibe that in the 90s sort of created. I don't
yeah.
know that I really would have listened to that so much in the 94 or really like known about it. It's more of a song that I would have stumbled upon, appreciated more later in life, and definitely more
Hmm.
now. But yeah, I forgot that that was even a song. I'm not even gonna. I'm like sweet dream. Like I like you were. I'm like, oh, sweet dreams, and like, oh wait, sweet. Oh shit, sweet dreams.
Yeah. So Brandy, I want to be down. You remember Brandy?
I do, but I feel like more of her
Moesha,
later 90s stuff.
like the her as
Hmm.
Moesha. This one was one of her very first, and
What's it called?
I want to be down.
I'll see if I've like heard of it. No, I wouldn't have. I don't think I've heard that one.
Yeah, I remember it a little bit. Just kind of for me, like being younger and everything, it was like it wasn't something that I was really supposed to be listening to, just because I had no idea what was being talked about
Well,
and
yeah,
everything. Um, but yeah, I remember listening to that.
that's our whole childhood. I mean, I feel like if we go
Huh,
back and listen to the
pretty
lyrics
much.
of 90% of the songs that we listened to on the radio or just heard from our siblings or at the dance or at the skating rink, we'd be like, wait a second, that was not appropriate for an elementary school kid, but okay.
No.
But we still had fun with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I think like the Mariah Carey song, I think it was Hero, but I think it was 93 song, if I'm not mistaken.
It was October, yeah, of 93.
But it was really big in 94.
It was
I
number 5.
that that song, like, and I mean, hello. I mean, we're talking 94. What about All I Want for Christmas Is? That was her big as 94 song.
Mm,
Christmas, you know, her Christmas one that blows up every Christmas. That was in 94.
yeah. But
It
since
didn't hit
didn't that come out in December of
right, so
94
it
or
didn't really hit
something?
the top chart until 95, but
Yeah.
I mean, but it's the fact that like every year at this time, like Christmassy, like it just blows
She's
up.
thawing.
It's here she comes.
No, no, thank you.
Yeah, not one of my go-tos, but it's good.
That's really all I got for my deep
Oh,
dive into
really?
94 music. Yeah, what else you got?
Okay. Do you remember this song? This one's Stay by Lisa Loeb. Little
Kitty.
kitty. I know, it's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember this one.
Hmm.
This one was also in a movie.
That's what I was thinking. Like that was definitely I feel like a song that they use maybe even more than one. Like it was
Yeah.
just very maybe a rom-com, like just one of those that like it hits you. Like if you listen to the lyrics and stuff, like
Coyote Ugly. Or wait, no.
ooh,
So Reality Bites. Why has it got Coyote
oh,
Ugly?
I've
So
heard Reality, but I've seen Reality Bites. I think that was a 94.
it was the lead single from that movie. Something it was something else. It was in something else because I don't recall Reality Bites.
Yeah, not from I wouldn't have watched that movie back then. I know of it now, but I mean, I feel like it was definitely on the radio a lot, something that my mom would have liked listening to,
Hmm.
but I do feel like it was in something growing up that like something like that never been kissed, you know, like Drew
Yeah.
Barrymore, something like that where you're like your emotions for these females. I don't know. And then the last songs that I recall from 94 are the ones by the Cranberries, like Dreams, Zombie. They just had so many
Were
good
those
songs.
94? I know like Linger was listed, but Linger came out in 93.
Mm, I don't know what year exactly they came out in, but it was released in 94. Yeah, Zombie at least was that I love Zombie.
Hmm.
That one has had
That
like
is
a
a good
huge
song.
resurgence. They've had some good people cover it, and just the Cranberries in general, just like they were. I wish I would have listened to them and appreciated them back in the 90s. I didn't really. I feel like I'm just too young to
And
know.
they also had a very different sound.
Right. It
That
wasn't like
just,
on the radio type.
yeah.
It just you had to know about them to really hear them. It was kind of almost like Nirvana, like just something a little bit more edgy, raw.
Hmm.
But damn, they're really good.
Yeah, that's for sure.
But yeah, I mean, I was kind of impressed with 94 music, to be honest. Like, I feel like there was actually a lot of good stuff coming. Like I said, like starting to transition away from that earlier 90s sound that was just kind of like, it's just weird. It's kind of still 80s. It's like really, there wasn't a whole lot. And now we're getting into that like 94, 95, where there's a good mixture of different genres
Hmm.
before we get into like the pops and the boy bands and the girl groups and all that fun jazz.
Yeah. The boy bands. We're almost there.
Oh my,
We're thawing out the boy bands.
we're getting it.
Getting
Someone better announce a tour soon. I don't have money for that.
New Kids on the Block are coming to Florida Credit Union.
Who?
New Kids
Oh, really?
with Paula Abdul and
Oh,
Jazzy Jeff.
oh, that would probably be a cool concert, to be honest.
Hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, yeah.
We gotta save our monies, April. We got people and things to see. Ugh.
We'll see what's announced.
We'll keep you updated.
Yep. We'll definitely let everybody know if you happen to see any of these fabulous artists this year, if
That's
they're
true.
still out and about
I feel like
touring.
there are some still out and about, but
We are gonna do a little game. Let's see how
Yeah.
knowledgeable April is with her lyrics.
Woo woo.
Alrighty. So
I gotta get some help with this. Give me 1 second here. Let me grab
help.
my little
Let me
assistance.
see if I can find. I'm gonna make sure I can find something that makes sense.
I got my helper here.
Oh, he might help you. I don't know. Okay. We talked about some of these songs, but will you be able to figure this out? Because this is gonna be tricky.
We'll see.
I was hoping to find something like 94 related. I guess I should have looked earlier, but I forgot. There we go. It's not 94, but in the first line of Baby Got Back by Sir Mix-a-Lot, what's the name of the girl
Becky.
mentioned in the Oh my God.
Oh my God, Becky,
Becky.
look at her butt. It is so big.
Yeah, that one's yes. We love that one.
Is it sad that I can like quote that entire fucking thing?
Well, no, because I think they played it so much that it was like a part of our all
Well,
right.
and then they played it and they had it in freaking Charlie's Angels with Cameron
Oh yeah.
Diaz at the freaking club. Yeah, I just remember seeing that and like singing along with it. It was like, oh my gosh. And then like Shrek also.
Oh yeah.
And they cut it at a certain point and yeah.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. Let's see if you remember this one. In Lauryn Hill's Doo Wop, what do guys better do? What do guys better do?
I don't know. I think I've heard that song like 3 times in my life.
Oh, in Rhythm is a Dancer by Snap, what is rhythm a companion to?
That's a song. That's a question for you.
I know.
That was one of your top songs.
It's a soul companion.
Okay, Soul Companion.
Okay, here's one you might know. In Quit Playing Games by Backstreet Boys, when should he have known from?
What?
Well, you gotta like think of the question as like they're almost like starting the lyrics to the song. When should he have known from? Quit playing games with my heart.
with my heart. Fuck. I should
should
know this
have
and have
known
known
from
from
the.
the
There you
start.
go.
Okay.
So yeah,
It's been so okay. So I think the last time I actually truly listened to that song was 2000. When was the last time I saw them? 2013. 2013
Jeez.
when I saw them in concert. That was the last time I think I heard that song
Okay.
in its entirety.
Here's one that maybe you know. Okay, so they have like different colors, which I guess is like each color, it like this one's like fact or fiction, so they're giving you a statement or whatever.
Mhm.
So this one though is like asking you about the song and how many times something is mentioned. So in
Oh
Bop
gosh.
by Hanson, how many times is the word bop mentioned in one chorus? Ooh, that's fun.
It's 6.
Mm,
The word bop, just bop.
just bop. Bop.
Ba do ba da bop do. Do da da do.
That's a hard song because like sometimes what are they saying?
Yeah.
You're close, but just
A higher or
a
lower?
little lower.
5 or 4?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
because it's also like how you personally say it. Like each person says it
Well,
kind of
that's what I'm
differently.
saying. Like, I know there's like an exact way, but sometimes you're just saying, ba ba da ba da ba do ba, but you're just like making
Exactly.
up. So, like,
Exactly.
my
That's
bop,
the whole
maybe.
point. That's the whole point
Exactly.
of that song. Okay. We'll be getting to that song in a couple of,
Oh,
once we get to that year.
that's
So,
true. All right. One last question. And I Want You Back by NSYNC. Is his heart tearing up when he's with you?
okay. And I want you.
I want
Okay.
you
On
back.
you back. Dun, 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 dun,
I mean,
dun, dun, back,
that
dun,
sounds
dun.
like a tearing up my heart song, not I Want You
That's
Back song. Because like in tearing up
I'm
his heart, yeah, tearing up my heart,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm
What
like,
are the
wait,
lyrics to
what?
I Want You Back then? Am I like
I
not
want
knowing what the
you.
song is?
I want you. I
I mean, I
want
feel like they're all the same, like
you
types of
back.
songs, to be honest.
It's when I had you to myself, I don't want you around. Those pretty faces always made you stand out in the crowd. Now that's I want you back by Jackson 5. I want you back. No wonder I'm fucking losing it here. In sync. I could fucking type.
Lyrics, here it is. All I ever wanted.
Yeah, you're all I ever needed. Yeah, because
Going crazy
the time,
on
because I
It
want
has
you
nothing, they're not
back
mentioning
to.
heart at all in the song. They fucked up on
Well,
this
that's
question.
well, that's what I was like. I was like, wait a second. I'm like, that's like two freaking songs,
That's
like
two different songs.
two different songs.
So,
Okay, what was
okay,
the
but
question again?
well, it was supposed to be a fact or a fiction.
Okay, so it'd be
So,
fiction.
should be, but it has fact on here. So they
Whoa, okay,
fucked up.
reread that, reread
And
it
and I Want You Back by
back. Uh-huh.
NSYNC is his heart tearing up when he's with you. No, that's in tearing up my
No,
heart.
we need to write to these people and be like, you need to get your shit
Oh
checked.
man, this is
Like
great.
fact check,
This is
fact check.
great. Whoa, what a you got a whole bunch of booyahs. Boo
Booyah.
yeah.
Booyah.
All right. And that was your first edition of 90s Lyric Challenge.
Which April failed.
Boo. All
Boo.
right.
Woo.
We like music. Music is good for the soul.
Music is life.
But other than that, I think that kind of wraps up our musical DJing of 1994.
And
So
that is the only beatboxing you will get from
that
me.
is all for our musical talents that we have. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram at 90s Noise,
Tell
and
all your friends.
allow your frenzies. Listen to your girls, April and Ashley. We're doing all of the nostalgic shit over here. And explicit content. Whoops.
All that and a bag of chips.
Ooh. Until next time. Bye.
Peace.